Hi, this is Shadi. New year, new rules, and today we will be discussing some of the most important ones. I'll leave the link for the IJF video in the description below. Some I really liked and some I did not like, which is very normal. I'm very hopeful for some of the new rules and how things are becoming, but at the same time there are things that I just did not understand the rationale behind it. So without further ado, let's begin.
Decision 1. Scoring for actions that without stopping are a continuation of techniques. If there is a stop in the action, there is no score.
So as you can see, the first one being that they want a throw to score from beginning to end. Driving, unbalancing, and truly putting your heart into it. No stopping in the middle and then rolling it over for you to score. They want a throw even if it experiences resistance. As you can see here, the drive is far more stronger for it to not be a score. Here, for example, you see a total stop, then just a turnover. A turnover is not a throw. And this is something that I always advocated for, and we're gonna see it in a very new rule that I personally support greatly. Here you see another example. It's completely stopped, then it was just a turnover, not a throw. Next.
Decision 2. Waza-ari criteria comprises landing on the whole side of the body at 90 degrees or more to the rear, or on one shoulder and upper back. A score will be given for a whole side of the body landing even when the elbow is out. Hip and shoulder position must be considered. Now,
when it comes to Waza-ari, 90 degrees is needed regardless of the elbow, whether it is behind your back or on the inside. What's important is that you are 90 degrees or more towards your back. The elbow cannot protect you anymore. In fact, it can be very dangerous to your shoulder. So this is a new criteria. I like this because you are still thrown greatly even if your elbow is out. 90 degrees is 100% a Waza-ari. Here you can see that if you are more to the front, regardless of the elbow, it is not a score. You are avoiding the landing by flipping or over rotating.
Decision 4. Landing simultaneously on two elbows or hands towards the back is Waza-ari for tori and shido for uki.
This one, I'm assuming they made this because for the safety of the athletes. Anyone who tried to do this type of evasion of a score, should know that this is not really healthy on the shoulders, and also it can really be dangerous. I've avoided scores like this or putting my elbow behind my back, and my shoulder did not like it at all. Next.
Decision 5. No score for counter techniques where the initial attack is rolled to the back towards the counter-attacking or defending judoka.
Thank you. I have always advocated for this. This, I'm sorry, but this is not a throw. This is a turnover. We need to distinguish the difference between a turnover and a throw. You cannot put a huge uchimata that just happened to land on the side at the very last split second in comparison to this. I'm sorry, this is not a throw. This is a turnover, and a very bad one at that. We should distinguish the difference between a huge Nage waza and a turnover taking advantage of someone's failed attack. It's not a counter either. It's just a rollover. I'm sorry.
Decision 7. Gripping under the belt in the end phase of a throwing technique is allowed if the opponent is already in newaza. If the throwing technique is interrupted, gripping under the belt is a newaza action.
Now, this I like. This is a step in the right direction. It's not the leg grabs that we always wanted. However, this is a step in the right directions. They are starting to loosening the rules when it comes to the legs. Now, if it's a continuous motion and they dropped with you, you can continue on the leg at the very last second of the throw. Makikomi with, a leg push, kataguruma with a leg push, all of it. So before you had, it was completely hansokumake, and now it is just, you can finish it. Now here, if it's blocked, you can still continue it, and you can be in newaza. You are not given a shido. This is something I truly like. You can either finish with a leg push or a leg grab at the end, or engage in newaza. Now, I'm guessing this means this is now legal. Fighting films were showing that this is illegal, but I'm using this example because it coincides with what's happening now. Again, a step back in the right directions. Before it was hansokumake, and then shido. Then you can, if you are gripping the sleeve, you can actually hug the leg with koichi makikomi. And now we are gripping this. We are having this towards the end of the attack. You can assist by using your opponent's legs, and if it's blocked, then you can engage in newaza and then be in maybe kamishio gatame or ushiro keiza gatame. This I like. Again, a step back in the right direction. So again, I'll leave the link for the full IJF video in the description below. You can watch it in its entirety. And finally,
Decision 6. No score and shido for reverse Seoi.
Why? Why? I really wish they provided some type of logic behind this, some type of explanation behind this decision. I don't think there's any injuries that has been recorded by the throw, or anything that might be remotely dangerous. Why was this banned? Not only banned, but given a shido. You have banned easily one of the best inventions in the last 20 years of judo. Korean Seoi, I don't know if it's for safety reasons, I don't see it, or if it's a political thing like the leg grabs back in 2010, but I just don't see a good reason for banning this and giving a shido. Just the idea that you can grip one small part of the lapel, creating a torsion on it fully, that it coils the opponent so they can rotate fully with their entire body around that point of the lapel, and then landing fully on their back, is just nothing short of amazing. And now they're banning it. Again, I am not a Seoi fan. In fact, it's probably my least favorite throw, Seoi alongside Tayotoshi. But to ban this great invention, I don't see what's the reason behind it. I really wish they provided some type of explanation, some type of rationale behind it, because I just don't see why. If anyone has an idea why it might be, please let me know down below. But I think everyone is having a hard time understanding this particular decision. I genuinely don't know what to say. For safety reasons, there isn't any. And for political, again, please enlighten me if there's a political reason behind it, like wrestling or whatever, when it came to the leg grab. So overall, these are the ones that caught my attentions. I'm very happy that they distinguished the differences between a turnover and a throw. A throw is a throw, is just a slam, and something that actually can just decimate someone. So now all these like stops and then crocodile rolls will not be a score anymore. Also, the stopping and then continuing will not be a score anymore. And then if someone tries for haraigoshi uchimata and then they are pushed on their front and then continued with a rollover, now it's not a score anymore. Hey, if you want to roll them over and engage in newaza, please be my guest. But that's not a Waza-ari, that's not a throw, that's a turnover. But when it comes to the Korean Seoi, it's just, it makes no sense. You can say it might tie up the shoulder in some way, but again, show me the rate of injuries from this throw. It's not, to me, there's no reason to be banned. If you have another reason why it should be banned, let me know down below. Also, I'm really happy with the leg assist or gripping towards the end of an attack while it's dropping. I do predict that in the future, leg grabs will be permitted The next stage, I predict it's going to be a drop attack like kataguruma, only one hand on the legs, and it should be a continuous one or a dropping one like kochi makikomi, kataguruma, and also drop ouchigari where you grab the leg you are reaping. So if you have anything else to add, let me know down below. Also, consider supporting me on Patreon. I have exclusive content for the patrons only. I post there once a week. And if you have anything else to add, let me know. This was Shadi, and thank you for listening.